Pretty strange, yeah. It's kind of a very strange family. It's just a sort of dysfunctional family on a lot of levels. One was kind of emotionless, Gilbert. Younger brother who's mentally retarded. Younger sister who is sort of at the peak of puberty. Older sister who's about to, just preparing herself to follow in the footsteps of Mama. And Mama who's... Oh, I can talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, Mama who is sort of unable to, she's not in a good position to get around. And all left behind by a father who committed suicide. There's a whole lot going on, and there's a lot of possibilities. I like it because there's a lot of possibilities for Gilbert to, when he just starts to kind of open up and kind of break open towards the end. So, you know, I like the sort of emotionless, or unable to allow himself to feel, and then at the end, it just can't hold it back. Can't help it. I like that. I've been real lucky. I've been real lucky, like starting out pretty much the first sort of, I guess, larger role movie that I did was Cry Baby, and I was real lucky that John Waters was, you know, wanted to do it with me and to do that film, and oh, they're rolling, and then from there, Scissorhands, which is, I've been real lucky in the sense that I've read things and not liked them so much, and then read something and fallen in love with it, and then been lucky enough to work with those directors who I liked very much. I mean, I've worked with all these guys who are like, you know, I mean, these are some of my favorite directors, Kusturica and Lasse Hallström, and I mean, it's just, I don't know what, I've just been real lucky. He's incredible. It's strange because he's he's a real extreme person. He's like two people, but it's real extremes. One side is very gentle and sweet, but you can see the other side. I mean, the other side is always kind of hovering. There's a real darkness to him. There's a real, I would hate to make him really angry because it would just be disastrous. You know, one of those guys who's just so nice, but if you hit the wrong button or turn the wrong key, you know, it's just like chaos and just murder. I mean, he's got the, like I said, he has these extremes, and he has a great, he's a great sense of the truth, and he has a great process of finding these moments, these kind of small things, and taking them and making them into something. A lot of this has been a really difficult thing to adapt. The book has so much in it, and to adapt that into a screenplay, into, you know, in the confines of a movie is really difficult. But I think the way he is, I mean, his ideas are great, and he just has this magical ability to find these moments. He also has a great, he's an amazing bullshit meter. You can't lie to him. You can't lie to him. He'll catch you in a second. He has great, I don't know what you call it, just a sense of people. You know, he can find it in you, the truth. It was a great experience. Amir and Lasse actually are really, there's a lot of similarities between the two. I mean, they both are great judges of the big lie. I'm real excited for it to come out. I mean, it was altogether it was 7 months of shooting. I mean, we really became close. I mean, everybody became really close. Like, so I mean, to have it actually coming out it's weird. It's almost feels too personal now for it to come out, you know, because everybody, the crew, cast, the director, everybody lived that movie in a real deep way, you know. 7 months in Douglas, Arizona, 3 blocks from Mexico, you know. Yes, oh yes, I absolutely, yeah, I mean, he is, I do consider Amir a brother, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's a real special guy. He's amazing. I want to work with him again. It's weird, I actually only shot a little bit. I shot a month of Scissorhands in Los Angeles. Everything else was in Florida. I've never shot a film really in LA. Strange. Like, my first Nightmare on Elm Street I shot in LA, but everything else has been away. In Texas, it's amazing. It's a great place. I mean, Austin is like the place for blues and you know, rock and roll and hot rod cars, and it's just it's an incredible city. I think I'd like to get a place here somehow. Lasse and I got together a few times before there was a script. I originally got involved. Lasse called me. I had read the book, and I obviously fell in love with it. And, so it was pre-script. Peter was working on the script. At that point, I was in Spokane working on this other movie. And then Lasse and I spoke a lot on the phone and got together a few times in Los Angeles before we came here, and talked about story and stuff. And then there've been a few versions of the script. It's really in process, or constant rotation. It's moving always. And then, yeah, Peter Hedges was writing the script at that point. And then I got the script, I guess, maybe a month later, something like that. I tried. I am actually, yeah, there's a couple things. I had a deal, production deal with one of the studios, and they were real nice, you know, I liked them, and I had a good time, and they gave me an office with a phone and stuff. And I would bring them things, bring them ideas and books, and they didn't understand them, or didn't feel that they would be a good commercial product, I guess. So they turned them down. But I mean, I got a lot of free phone calls. You know, I could make long distance phone calls. I had a desk, you know, fax machine, studio, a little pass card. I'll get it. Shit. Somebody else got it. Yeah, but I would like to do that, but chances are the things that I want to do are not really geared for, they'll probably never make any money, so no one will ever want to make them, I guess is what it boils down to. For me, if it was something that I wanted to do, yeah, I think it would probably be more of an independent thing, yeah. Yeah, well, there's a couple of things that I'm attached to. I'm waiting to find out. It's possible that Amir and I we have been committed to do Crime and Punishment for about a year now, but we're waiting to find out what's going on with it, when it's going to actually happen. But I'm sure it will happen at some point. Maybe not right away, maybe next year sometime. But I've been lucky, though. Like I said, I've worked with all these guys who are definitely not typical Hollywood directors. I've been really lucky with that. Just real good guys, real specific in their own, you know, Tim and John and Amir and Lasse, and worked with this guy Jeremiah Chechik, he was very good. Jeremiah Chechik we did a movie called Benny and June a few months ago. He's definitely a really interesting guy. He's like a 5-year-old. It's not that I have a need to do. You know what? I don't really have any. I don't have an allergy to commercially successful movies. I have an allergy to. Well, I guess like anybody, you know, you read something, if you don't like it, what's the point in doing it? Or what's the point, you know? Because I mean, I did a TV series for 4 seasons, and when you're doing stuff that you're not exactly happy with, it's a real drag. I mean, it'll make you crazy. So, I mean, when they make you a product and you have no way out of that bag, it's like, you know, you're like, it's awful. You're just like, it's awful. So when that ended, I you know, just decided I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to do. I'd rather, I don't know, study Hebrew, I don't know, maybe become a moil. Yeah, I actually met Quentin Tarantino in Cannes when Reservoir Dogs was opening there, and I really liked him. I didn't see the film yet, but I really liked him. He's a real high-energy guy. I liked him a lot. There's a lot of guys that are coming out now who are amazing. I mean, Jarmusch is always great. Quentin Tarantino, from what I've seen I did see some stuff from it, and it looked amazing. It reminds me, well, the stuff that I saw reminds me of like American films in the early '70s, like some kind of great Scorsese stuff and the kind of Cassavetes stuff, you know, kind of real, just sort of loose, seat of the pants kind of thing, which looks good. I like that. It's fun.